What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 47 of the Tastecast, our weekly podcast where we talk about things, we watch things, we do stuff. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And a quick reminder to play Windward, which is our game of the month. We'll be talking about that sometime. And play Darksiders 2 and Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. I'll be calling it Kung Fu Panda from now on. Both offer free on PlayStation Plus this month. Play those, come back at the end of the month, the Plus Club, where we talk about our experiences with them. Let us know yours. And yeah, so we start off every Tastecast talking about what we've been playing. We move into other things. We do have Monster Hunter. We haven't done one in like a week or two. I feel like it's been forever. But the beta's coming out like literally tomorrow. So yeah, we'll talk about that soon though. But yeah, let's talk about what we've been playing. Who wants to go first?
I say I got 2 games, so it'll be easy.
I got like 4. It's amazing.
I beat the 3rd dungeon in Persona 5, and game's still good. I was trying to figure out when I first started playing the game, like how it was going to be like a 100-hour game, and now like being as far as I am in it, time-wise and progression-wise, it's going to be a 100-hour game.
Tutorials 5 hours.
It's like 2 hours.
For me, it's 5 hours. I walk up at every door like, nope.
It's still good. I just still characters that I have to unlock too, which is cool that it has so many playable characters. It reminds me of older RPGs in that way, because it seems like a lot of newer ones have kind of shifted towards having just like a set amount of people, and that's all you get. And I get it; it's easier, but I kind of miss having. What word do I want?
Variety.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the flavor. Yeah, of a different
A variety of flavors, if you will.
Versus, I like to use 15 as a prime example. Like the characters are really well done in that game, and you could tell by having less characters, they were able to spend a lot of time on the ones they had. I don't know. I like that. A great example, I guess, would be like Suikoden 2, or I'm probably butchering that. I'm sure someone will correct me.
Suikoden.
It's probably like Suikoden or something.
Suikoden.
Sweet Seed, baby.
But that game has like dozens of characters. I believe over 100 actually.
If I recall.
It's been a long time since I've played it, but
That's too much variety.
it's awesome.
It's a rainbow of flavor.
And they all have their own little stories and everything. It's a big game, and that's PlayStation 1. So
People fucking used to be crazy when they made games.
yeah. But I don't really have anything big to talk about it, because talking about RPGs too much usually leads into spoilers, and I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
and then other than that, I reactivated my World of Warcraft account.
Oh yeah.
They were doing half off on
Someone's happy.
Black Friday for Legion, so it was $25, so I picked it up. Didn't come with game time, so I had to do that as well.
Which was bunk. I also picked it up. I've been talking about playing it, and I was like, it's half off. This is the time to buy it if I'm gonna play it again. So I was like, no fucking game time though. But
Yeah,
I paid $25 for it, so it gives a fuck.
yeah. It was a good price. I've been playing it pretty consistently this last week, just trying to get into the flow of things again. I still am very lost. I didn't realize it had been like 4 years since the last time I played. So.
Oh, dude, I played a little bit around the time Wrath of the Lich King came out, and now I just started Legion. So I'm just cruising right through the game with that level 100 character that I got.
I still haven't used my free 100. I'll probably use it on my my warrior though. So
yeah, I have no interest in cruising through that game. So I just
Did you get your artifact weapon yet?
He literally just started.
Yeah, I played for about 10 minutes. I intend to play for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, he did the cutscene in the beginning, pretty much.
Okay.
The
And it was
introduction.
fucking
It's-
chaos.
It's dope.
Yeah, that's why I actually started playing the game again, because you talked about that. I was like, that's kind of neat sounding. So
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get to that content, because right now I'm almost done with Miss of Pandora,
Ugh,
Pandaland, whatever. I'm almost done with Miss.
Pandaland.
And I'm just not really enjoying that area very much. And then from what I've heard, I don't have a lot to look forward to in Warlords either. So
How depressing.
yeah,
Just skip to Legion. I've done it myself, and it is interesting. So a lot of green though. There's so much fucking green.
Where are you?
Everything's
You're
green.
in Azuna.
Everything's purple and green.
That's why
he was in the beginning part where it's the siege where the Alliance and the Horde
Okay.
are getting to Gul'dan.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
And then, well,
It's not at this point.
and then
This dude's floating above the green ooze that made the Ninja Turtles, and he's like, "The light will protect him." He's like, "Ma!" and
Was
then
it
goes,
Tyrion.
and then he just like bends forward and goes, "Ugh," just right in the dip, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, bye." What the hell happened there? Plus, all the people that you told me this, but I was noticing that dude from the movie is fucking huge.
Gul'dan. Oh, no, all the main characters in
Yeah.
general. Yeah.
All the
But
main
the main
characters
orc
are-
guy that you're running around with,
Thrall.
Thrall,
He's
yeah,
not
he
from
was.
the movie.
I was like looking at him, I was like, that guy's huge.
They all the main like big NPCs are gigantic.
Yeah, it's weird, but I guess it makes it easier to notice them. So when shit's going
Well,
on,
their character details are deeper too.
yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, and then he got to where he returned to Augermer. I can't talk right now.
Agumon.
Augermer. Whatever.
Ogrimmar.
I can't say it right now. Thank you. And
Or
God,
I was just having good flashbacks of Agumon.
this does nothing today. And
Yeah.
and then he logged out. So that's as far as he got.
gotcha. Do you want to know what weapons you're gonna get? Because I do, and it's pretty.
You want to
friggin'
know
dope.
what weapons I get?
I already know what you get.
Okay. Are you done talking about your games?
I'm done.
And tell me what weapons I'm getting, because
Are
I
you
also
sure?
played
Are you
WoW.
sure you
while
wanna
we're doing
know?
it. Yeah.
As an enhancement shaman, you get Doomhammer.
Is that cool?
That's Thrall's old weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. I mean, I'm the wrong guy to be like, hey, get this. I'm like, okay.
It's a pretty
a
iconic
cool-
weapon. Yeah.
Most of the weapons you get as part of your relic quest are really iconic weapons as far as like game lore goes. So like I just got there on my death knight and I decided to go Frost, and you go back to ICC and you reclaim shards of Frostmourne and make new like twin swords of the Fallen Prince. So you make Frostmourne new again, apparently.
What about my other homie, who's level 80?
Ret Pally.
You get Ashbringer.
It's a sword with a glowing ball.
It's a fist now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's a glowing fist.
Yeah. It's a sword that has a glowing fist in it.
Weird.
But it's the sword that Tyrion used to shatter Frostmourne.
And then
I want that hammer.
I'm Frost Mage, so
I don't remember what you get. Use some sort of staff.
well, probably.
Well, Fire doesn't. Fire gets a
Wand.
sword,
Oh yeah, they
Sword
get the
and
sword
offhand.
and offhand,
Yeah.
and then Arcane gets wand at
a
that.
staff as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
No
The strongest weapon, according to like lore wise, in the game that anybody gets is the Warlock's Destruction Staff. It's the staff of what's his name, the big Legion demon leader.
Is this not Sargeras?
I think it's Argus.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Anyways, you get his staff that he used to like destroy a world.
And Dewey.
I did help the old Andui when I came back to Miss.
Yeah,
He was trying to talk to a ghost figure of sorts with one of the Torn, or with I think the current Torn leader.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bloodhoof.
Trying to get some of that fucking argon oil to get those luscious locks just beautiful and shiny.
Well, it's funny because when I was questing with him, because he'll like follow you around for one of the quests or whatever, I was like, I feel like I know that guy. I was like, oh wait, that's the fucking leader of the Alliance walking around with me, weird. And then the whole time, like he's talking really like civil with the Tauren leader, and they're talking to I can't remember. I think it was like a tiger spirit or something like that. But he's sitting there talking about how they want peace and all this stuff, and then after the conversation is over, the Tauren looks over at the old Andui and says, "You don't know our war chief very well, apparently." So
Yeah.
Because he wants peace.
yeah,
Well, Anduin's always
Garrosh
been pretty
does it.
like friendly with the Horde. Like he's always like seemed to foster like the need to create peace between the Horde and the Alliance.
Kind of like Thrall.
Yeah, kind of like Thrall. But Garrosh is in charge during what you're playing now,
Yeah.
and he's just like hell bent on destroying the Alliance.
Yeah, he's actually the last raid.
Yeah.
All
of
that
expansion
bullshit they did in the past.
that you get to revisit apparently.
And the homie
It's
from the
different,
movie is back because of a different dimension or whatever.
Timeline.
Timeline, Bronze Dragons fucked up the timeline or something, and it's weird,
On this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I've been playing Warcraft
yeah.
and homework because finals are coming up. So
saw you playing Heroes of the Storm as well.
Yes, I do play Heroes of the Storm, trying to get my dailies in because there's the Alex Straza Hanzo event going on right now. So I want to get those icons and whatever else awards they're going to give. Because usually they give like banners and sprays and things like that.
Mm.
And Overwatch, which I've been doing pretty good at. I think Daniel and Max, who I play with, can attest to that because I tend to get play of the game a lot. With no-brain characters like Symmetra. Where I just notice that my turret's shooting at something, and I go over there, and I just hold the button down. And things die.
I like the way you explained it earlier because you said like it just tells you and you're just like, I'm on my way.
I'm coming to get you.
It's creepy.
Like an alarm system goes off.
My favorite, oh my god. Quick brief thing. Sombra was capping the point on Hanamura, the first point. She had set up her beacon to go up to the stairs to the left with a full health pack, and she had hacked it. And I came up those stairs looking for her, and I saw her little teleporter because I play a lot of Sombra. So I was like, fuck this bitch, and I put up all of my turrets right around the health pack. So when she came back, you're just Merp.
Good. Fuck them.
That was a good strategy.
I'm really weird about my turret placements. Daniel says I'm pretty good at it, but I just put them in weird spots. I don't like to cluster them. It doesn't work.
Well, because someone can, especially with a wide weapon, can just
just take them all out in one
yeah.
go. It's no good.
Yeah, it's an interesting game like that too because turrets don't like, I don't know, probably kill as fast.
They don't do as much damage. They slow you, and they do consistent damage over time. But I use them more of like a deterrent. Like, don't go this way because there's turrets here, and I'm gonna come get you.
I mean, even in a game like Call of Duty, which obviously is a completely different fucking game, like I always use turrets in a way to like kind of do the same thing, like hold off an area I'm not going to be present at. So kind of to create a perimeter between that and like mines, I normally can keep a really good perimeter. So I get the strategy. Just if I had multiple turrets in like any other FPS, I would fucking, if I knew there's an area, like for instance, they needed to get to, I would stack them all there because then they would just never get to it. But I do also agree, like putting them out in random spots kind of makes it harder for them to kind of predict where they're going to be. So
They can't sneak past you.
Yeah.
Because the turrets, like I said, they give a little icon like, "Hey, I'm shooting something."
yeah, which again, in a lot of other FPSs, a lot of times it'll alert you if your mine goes off or if your turret's shooting at something. So I did the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, I know somebody's over there now.
Honestly, I've watched you play COD before, and you'll be laying down and all of a sudden you hear, and you like get up and you turn around. So
Yeah, especially if I don't get a kill, I'm like, oh, they're coming. I'll just like creep over there and fucking try and get them. So
I upload some of my play the games to my Twitter handle
yeah,
periodically.
I didn't
see
those.
it. Yeah,
Not very often.
Apparently, not
Was it
often at all.
once? Like,
I've done two now. Two
Okay.
now.
I'll say I haven't seen those at all.
My
but
Reaper one and my Bastion one.
I'll have to go check those out.
Yeah.
It's my Ninja Bastion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's-
it's good.
What is Ninja Bash?
I got my ult.
Bad.
And everybody was pushing again on Hanamura, the second point, and they're all just clustered in the doorway. So I just kind of ult further away, and I just kind of jump
I did
in
see that one.
and just blow everybody up one by one.
Yeah, you just jumped out a window with it. I saw that. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Shot them all in the back, except for one person finally turned around, I think.
Hanzo did.
Yeah.
I watched my own play the games a lot.
It's fine. I watch our episodes a lot and just listen to myself talk. So we all got our vices. Yeah, I need to play that game.
Yeah.
I always say that, and then I play it for like 5 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, it's a fun
New
night.
champ out. New character out. Moira.
I'm Myra. Yeah. Oh, I know. She's out finally. Have you played her?
Yeah.
Do you like her?
She's different.
That's
is-
a one way to word
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I'm curious.
She's, I don't know. She's weird because she sends orbs around that can heal her to damage, and then her weapon is like she slowly drains the life out of enemies, but it's a beam, but it's not like Symmetra. It's like you have to keep your reticle on them, and if you can't do that, then you're just sitting there waving your hand at them.
Hey.
Yeah, it's just, and her heal is weird.
Apogeo.
It's got a charge meter, so like as you expel the heal, which is like a gas cloud, it heals everybody in a line, but it depletes that meter, and then you refill it either by itself slowly over time or by doing damage. She's interesting. She's really good in like tunnels, where she could just, because her orb will bounce off walls. And so
Okay.
it's really nice to get her in like tight corridors.
Yeah, that would suck out in the open then.
Yeah.
Just gonna go.
Well,
Bye.
yeah, and like if it's hitting enemies, it slows down its speed, and then when it doesn't hit enemies, it speeds up again to try to find somebody.
This is smart design.
Yeah, and she can teleport. She dashes really quick.
It's not teleporting in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, 3 characters? Well, I guess Symmetros makes a teleporter. But
Yeah. 3's probably right.
Yeah. Anything else? No? Okay. I also played WoW. Talked about that already. Played a little bit of Windward, which is our game of the month, of course. Played that. It was cool. I installed it. Like, it downloaded in literally seconds. I double-clicked it to make sure it was working on Steam. It booted up, like, instantly, and I was like, I'll check it out. I started playing it. Didn't stop. Played it for like 2 hours. So we'll talk about that more at the end of the month. But good sign. I was playing. I was enjoying it. It also has like multiplayer like that. It's really open and it's kind of like a sandbox of just ship combat and leveling up, which is pretty cool. Plus, I really like that you can change the colors of your ship, sail, emblem on your sails, all that shit. My boat is looking like Tron. It's black and all the lining is neon blue. So it's looking like something.
You got the sci-fi ship.
Yeah. I'm just cruising on those fucking waves looking sci-fi as fuck. Played Dead by Daylight. I bought it because it was on sale. And then I returned it to Steam promptly when I found out that I could not play as the monster guys because it could not find people to play with. But I played multiple rounds with as Survivor, whatever the hell they're called, and it was really fun. I liked it a lot. It's a game I've been wanting to play for a long time. I've heard you talk about it a lot, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's actually kind of creepy. Like I was just like sneaking around just through the trees. I see this chick just running around with fucking axes or something.
The huntress.
And I'm like running through the woods and fucking axes are flying at me through the fucking trees and shit. I'm like, oh my god.
You can hear her lullaby. She gets closer and closer to you.
Well, the creepiest one that happened is that fucking dude who can go invisible but he can't interact with people. He's got a bell.
Jockey?
Something. But I remember a match I just got in, and as soon as I start, I look over to the right, and there's another dude I'm playing with, and he looks at me.
Bing, bong, bing, bong.
Pretty much. He looks at me, and I'm like, I'm not going with you, fuck that. And he just like starts creeping off through the woods, and as I see him go down and take a left behind the trees, just right at the tree he passed by, this guy just comes out of the air, and he's just like, ding, ding, just falling around the tree. I was like, ugh. I was like, I'm not going that way at all. So, yeah, just being grabbed and thrown onto spikes, though, just sitting there freaking out while people are trying to pull you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it like 3 times, and the fucking tree just takes you into hell.
Entity.
Yeah. It was cool, but then I was like, I want to try playing the creepy people.
The killers.
And every time I try to do it, it's like, I can't find anybody. I'm like, well, I don't want to own a game I can't play with people.
That's weird.
So I thought so, too, because I assumed that game is still pretty popular.
Were you playing as just casual or competitive?
I didn't default. Whatever the standard, as soon as you start the game up, because I didn't do anything different.
I guess there's no competitive. It's just all...
Yeah. So whether I was just out there on a bad day or not, I might pick it up again if somebody lets me know, hey, the community's fucking fine. But I tried multiple times, and then I went back and played as one of the survivors again. I came back, I was like, I want to play as the killers again, and could never get into a match. I'm like, I really don't want to own this game if I can't play. If it's that hard to get into if the community is on a decline, I don't want to be buying it now. It's not a good time. So I got a taste of it though, and I liked it. So
There's so many cool killers in it.
I know. I wanted to see more. I only saw the Bell dude. I saw the axe chick.
The Huntress.
Yeah, they got legit like Freddy Krueger.
Yep.
Michael Myers.
Michael.
I don't think they have Jason Voorhees, but they have a dude that seems like him.
No, you're thinking of a trapper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I faced that guy
traps
too.
down.
Yeah,
That's his whole spiel.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I actually kind of was pissed that I had to return it because I just don't want to waste money on it. Played Battle Right, which is really popular right now. It is, at first I thought a MOBA, but it's not. It's just a top-down arena fighter game. Really fucking fun. It reminds me a lot of Overwatch in the sense of you play some matches, you level up, and then you get loot boxes that have cosmetic stuff in them. And there's quite a bit. They're doing free to play really well, in my opinion. The game's really fun. There's a lot of moves to do, and I'm pretty decent at it. So I did a stream of it, so make sure to check that out if you're interested in what that game's like. But yeah, I was digging it. I want to play with somebody though, but you got to be into just arena combat. That's what it is.
I watched you play it, and it literally looks like the combat aspect of a MOBA.
Yeah, it's just more involved.
Yeah.
Because all the moves are like, you're not trying to like burn someone down or like, play the long con. Like you're trying to like, literally someone shoots a missile, like you're doing like backflips out of the way and going invisible and fucking shooting them a bunch of times, and then hitting them with a fucking, heart attack, and like, it's just really hyper. And a lot of really cool moves. There's a chick who's literally Samus. She rolls in a ball and has a gun that charges up and shoots and shit. That I want to unlock, but she's like the newest character, so she's the most expensive. But a lot of characters already. It seems like they're going to be building some kind of MOBA type game into it, because there's a beta mode that they're testing right now that I can't get into ever, but it has all these like rule sets and shit that seems kind of like you're going to be destroying towers to get to an end goal. So sounds like they're going to be putting MOBA into it, but so far the combat is really fun. So
Is it first or third person?
it's isometric. It's top down.
Top down.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
graphical
that's
style, it looks just like Torchlight pretty much. It looks like Torchlight too.
Huh.
It's got a really cool look to it. There's like mounts that you can unlock to ride around, and a lot of really cool systems. There's an orb that will show up in the middle of the arena when you hit it. It like has physics and will fly. If you break it, your team gets bonuses, or their team does if they break it. And then there's power orbs that will charge up your special, and then there's health orbs, and so you get in these really cool fights where like I play with people and like my teammate will die and I'm like fighting two guys on my own, and I'm like fucking sitting there going invisible and running, grabbing those orbs and shit, and like prolonging the fight as long as I can, or trying to beat them. There's a really cool I don't know, like my adrenaline was going playing this game because it's like it's fucking tense. It's not like chase after dude, hit him, he's getting near his tower, time to go back, okay, he's getting close to my tower, blah blah blah. It's like you're in there and you can die like quickly if you're not paying attention to shit. And there's just a lot of strategy to it. I really like the default character that they teach you the game with. She's probably easy to play compared to the other ones, but I've tried most of them. And yeah, I highly suggest it if you're into the idea of purely competitive. You can play against bots, which is cool. 2v2, 3v3. You just get less experience, but you still get experience. But yeah, I'd suggest it to anybody who's interested in it if you like any kind of fighting type game. I've been playing PUBG a lot lately. I don't know why I didn't play it when I originally bought it. I played a little bit and then stopped playing it. Playing again, I fucking love that game. It's so good, but I have to play like 2-3 matches and then I gotta take a break because my PTSD from DayZ starts kicking in and I get really fucking stressed out because I'm really good at surviving in DayZ. Like, I think I died like 3 times ever in my long run of playing DayZ. Aside from times that I would spawn in a different spawn, I'd kill myself. But, from the elements of the game, I was really good at surviving. So in this game, like, I'm just like creeping along, got into some crazy fucking shootouts, had crazy adventures with some Chinese dudes in a car. That was fun. Should have got to watch some of that. Killed 3 dudes in that shootout. Yep. I killed all 3 of them, which was dope. That was
and you had awful cover too, so
yeah, I was out in the open. I was like behind a tree. I'm just like, pop, 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 and fucking, I'm just getting shot from every direction. Killed all 3 of them though, so they can go fuck themselves. And then my teammates showed up, and that was nice. And then I followed them, watched them get murdered.
We're here for support.
Oh no, you guys made it to a point, and I pretty positive there was someone above you because all of a sudden you both went blah, blah.
Well, it sucks because I got into that firefight and I played strategically really well. Like as soon as I got shot, I started serpentining, went behind a shed, stayed at the shed because I was like, they're gonna come after me. They want that kill. They're not gonna let me go. So I'm waiting. I see some guy run through the bushes. I'm waiting. Don't want to shoot him just yet because I want to make sure that if I'm gonna shoot him, I'm gonna fucking hit him. He gets closer and closer and closer. I see a second dude through the bushes. Fucking pop out, shoot first guy, knock him out. Second dude comes out into the street area. I start shooting at him. He starts running back, and then eventually it says I knocked him out. And then, so at that point, I'm like, okay, so if they got a team of 4 people, I took out 2 people. The third guy, if there's a third guy or fourth guy, are going to be cautious now that 2 of their guys are down. They're going to be like, fuck. So I used that as an opportunity to start running, ran across the street, got behind a tree. As soon as I got near the tree, I started getting shot at again. So I stopped at the tree because I was just going to leave. I'm not going to sit there and fucking fight unless I have to. I look out in the street and there's a dude like laying in the road. I think he's one of the dudes I knocked out because he was like, it looked like he was crawling. fucking pop out and shoot him. I see another dude running through the bush, sort of shot him, and then the third guy that I'd knocked out originally, my teammate came up and I think they finished them off, but I still got the kill for it because I did the initial damage. And yeah, as soon as they got there, like I just look over and they're just like looking at me with their gun, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Why are you out in the open? Get behind something!" And they're just like, and they like lay down and start shooting and shit. I was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die. This is dumb." And then as soon as that happened, I was like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." So like we start running. We go on this whole like Lord of the Rings journey across fucking Middle Earth, and then it sucked because as soon as we got to this open area, I was like, "Oh god, this is getting close." There's like 16 people left. Blah 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 blah. The person takes point. They're running ahead of me. They get near a tree, and as soon as I got near that tree, I hear one single gunshot, and the fucking person just died instantly. I instantly knew I'm fucking dead because that person, if they got that shot so quickly and killed them in one shot, they had been getting that shot ready for a while. There was no bah bah bah. They're like, bop, and fucking they're dead. So I went to turn as soon as from where I heard the gunshot. As soon as I turn, I see a fucking water tower. I know they're up there. I'm dead instantly. And I was like, fuck. So, but that game's a rush. I love that game. I want to play it some more. And then I also played Fortnite's Battle Royale mode, which is also really fun. Not as stressful. But fucking that bullshit that people are doing, let me know in the comments if you know what the hell this is. I was playing this dude, or against this guy, I was fighting him, and as soon as I shot at him, he had no idea I was there. He's just running and spinning. While he's running and jumping and spinning, jumping, spinning, jumping, spinning. As soon as I shot a bullet at him, they didn't know I was there. They just instantly start building ramps around themselves, like about 3 stories tall. I can't shoot him. As soon as I saw, I was like, fuck this. I turned and just ran away. Because I'm like, I'm not even going to try to figure the situation out. I'm out of here. Ran off. I hear them get into a firefight with somebody else. While they're over the hill fighting or whatever, I'm hiding in a building, getting ready to move towards the fucking the shrinking circle, and sure as fuck, I hear all the gunshots. I'm like, hopefully they kill that crazy fucking tornado builder. And I look over the hill, and like the fucking Looney Tunes, I see fucking just jumping over the hill, this spinning person. I'm like, fuck! It's like the Terminator's coming, and they like just pass the building. They don't see me. I'm peeking out the window at them. They're just like spinning, 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 just jumping. And as soon as I fucking pop out and shot them, they go and just fucking build a building, and they come running up the fucking ramp, and they know exactly where I'm at, and they're like, bah bah bah, and killed me instantly. I was like, wow, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch this person play, because you get to watch the person who killed you. So I'm watching their gameplay, and this person's just jumping and spinning, jumping and spinning, jumping and spinning, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I see as they're jumping and spinning, all of a sudden they stop and they start fucking just firing a sniper rifle, and there's this guy running and he's fucking almost hitting him every time he shoots at him. Gets into a fight with him, kills him. Finds another dude, gets in a fight, kills him. Another person shoots at him. He fucking builds this whole thing up. I see it from his perspective, and he comes running up and just looking for the guy, and then kills him instantly. This guy ended up winning. Number one. I was wondering. I was like, who's gonna be able to beat this person? No one else is doing this. So like, how are you gonna beat that guy? This is on PC, by the way. So either he's really good at fucking shooting instantly while in a tornado, and building shit, or there's hacks in the game. I'm not sure, because nobody else is doing this. But that made me go, you know what? I'm gonna stick with PUBG, because that was annoying.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was dumb. And last but definitely not least, it's weird. I've been playing primarily PC games. I'm back on PC. I've barely touched my PS4. I used my PS4 to watch Berserk, which was great. Can't complain about that. I've been playing a shitload of Path of Exile. I started playing it again, and I can't stop. I've been staying up till like 7 in the morning, which at 30 is really difficult. I'm just like, ugh, and I just keep playing because I'm that addicted to this game. I started a brand new character, got to level 41 in like 2 days. Started a third character to play with Josh. I'm level 20 something now. He hasn't played with me, so I just fucking gotta get that character to level 40, and then I'll maybe make another character and try to play with Josh, and I'll hit 40 again. That game's awesome. I love that game to death. It's such a deep game. It's got so many cool systems. The skill tree is fucking huge. They've added gem slots in your skill tree you can unlock, so you can add new stats and shit to your skills. A bunch of new characters, not a bunch, but a couple. Marauder is really neat, although a little too easy. I have a move where I just use Sunder, which is just like you hit and fucking the ground goes, and I just go boom, 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 and everything in front of me dies. But yeah, me and you played a while back, and we got to level 40. We got to the 4th act, which was the end at the time. Beat the game, and then stopped playing it. They've added stuff since then, so it's been neat to experience what's beyond the 4th act. which is actually a really cool area. It's pretty neat. Bunch of new shit, and there's another big update coming out like soon. So really excited for that, and it's a good time to start playing it again. Yeah, it's really good. Love it. Play Path of Exile if you like Diablo, Torchlight, any games like that.
I always played a witch.
Although people just talk shit about Diablo 3 in Path of Exile, like in the chat, everyone's just talking shit. And I was like, God damn.
A lot of them started playing that because Diablo 3 wasn't Diablo 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everybody in there, and I tend to agree. I like Diablo 3. I'm not talking shit about it. I put way too many hours in Diablo 3.
yeah.
But in my opinion, Path of Exile, because one of the developers from Diablo 2 made this game, feels like what if the original vision of Diablo, what a sequel of Diablo 2 would have actually been, because the guy who is responsible for Diablo 3 is a completely different dude. So, and it makes sense. And I like Diablo 3. It's interesting that Path of Exile feels like the next step of what Diablo 2 should have been, or Diablo 3 should have been. So really good. But play them both because they're both fucking great games and they both offer different things. Yep. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying the constant gratification of getting new weapons, new skills, and new ways to build my characters. The game is, and each fucking move you have is equipped by a gem that levels up independently too. So there's just a lot to keep you playing it. It's a really well made game, and it's a complete fucking game for free. It's complete. You can give them money by buying cool looking shit.
I did before.
I'm about to.
I bought access to make a guild.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's just amazing that these guys legitimately just made a fucking video game. And they're like, here you go. If you like it, fucking, you can give us some money.
Well, didn't they say that they were trying to make a game they wanted to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the
literally
guys
what
at Warframe said too.
That's
though.
literally
So.
why they started making the game in the first place. Like, we just want to make a cool game that we want to play.
Yeah.
So I hope those guys have made a good amount of money, because people like that deserve, people's money. That whole selfless idea where they're not trying to scam you with fucking loot boxes. They just made a game. Here you go. It's free. Fucking give us money if you can. It's awesome. It is awesome. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. All PC, which is crazy. And it's nice. I'm actually enjoying it. Like I said before, I was just sitting there playing Path of Exile while I had Berserk playing on my TV. And I felt young again. It was nice. It was like going back in time.
You're the youngest one here. You're making us feel old.
Am I? Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
What the? How the fuck am I the youngest? I'm never the youngest. Oh, okay, we're all old. With that, let's talk about an old friend, Monster Hunter World. What?
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2. Oh, why didn't you say that earlier? Our game of the month. We'll get to Monster Hunter. Our game of the month last month was Titanfall 2. In case you don't know what it is, it's a first-person shooter with mechs, and it was made by Respawn, guys from originally Infinity Ward, who made the Call of Duty back when it was good. We played it. Did you not play it?
I don't think Chris did.
Fuck. Okay. Well, maybe we shouldn't even brought this up. Okay. Well, me and you played it.
Yes.
Busy.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
There's not really a whole lot to say about Titanfall 2 anyway.
Well, no, I mean, so we hopped back into it. The last time I had played before, this time, it was right after they released the defense mode, and I only played like 2-3 matches of that, so I didn't get a good feel for it. So when we decided to play, we did that mode, and I really like that mode. I have a couple nitpicks about it. So like, I enjoy that it has a co-op mode, and it can be challenging.
Yeah.
Depending on who you're playing with. If you have a good enough team, it's so easy, it's stupid. But I think that's most games. The only issue I have with it is that they don't give you a lot of opportunities to use your primary weapon. So it levels a lot slower in that mode than like your Titan anti-Titan weapons. You have so many opportunities to use them that they level like crazy. My main guy, my pilot, hasn't even genned yet, or prestige, whatever term you'd prefer. They use generations in this.
To be fair, your anti-Titan weapons level and gen quicker because before that mode came out, it would take you longer to level them. So you're doing it faster.
Yeah.
Than you would anyway.
Well, and my whole point is I haven't genned at all with my pilot, and I've genned almost 5 times with my anti-Titan weapon.
Jesus.
Sure.
So.
Well, but that's a gameplay thing though, because I don't agree. I agree that it gives you more opportunities than the other than the normal versus mode. But like I use both guns pretty equally. I use my devotion constantly. I level it probably about 2-3 times a match. So
What are you shooting with it?
Huh?
What are you
Everything?
I'll say
The devotion is a fucking anti-Titan weapon. Like fucking, I use like crowds of like any enemy. I use it on Titans. I'll shoot a fucking missile into them and I'll finish them off with my devotion by hitting them in a critical spot. Like that's how I play in the versus mode. That's how I play. Like I use whatever I can in the moment. If I shot a missile, I have time to be shooting with my devotion while it's fucking flying at them and shit.
Yeah, I use the.
The only thing I don't use is my Titan. I literally let them fucking go play in the
You
street.
go do your thing.
I don't use mine either.
Go find something to do.
The main assault rifle that you pretty much start with is like G something or other.
I don't remember. The only thing I'm thinking of is G29, which is the pistol. Machine
That's not
pistol
it.
thing.
Yeah, it's a serial number, and and I use that. I think I've genned it once or twice, and it does like nothing to anything mechanical. So like.
Yeah, different guns, different things.
Yeah.
The devotion's been nerfed because it's been so fucking powerful. Like one of the things is like now it pulls really hard and bounces around because the people are bitching about it so much, which for good reason. I was fucking wrecking them with it, but yeah, different weapons. Certain weapons you're not going to use on a lot of things. You're going to use them on pilots.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of pilots to shoot at in that mode. So
Yeah, well, it's all robots and shit.
It is.
That are walking around. So, yeah, that mode is fun. You just reminded me though of the reason why I didn't play it a whole lot this month. I did play it though. There was some really fucking crazy lag. Some of the worst lag I've seen. I think it was through Comcast though. I think it was Comcast lag because
I'll say you were having issues. I was.
I was having crazy issues. Yeah, and you weren't. But then I had brought it up and you said something about there was some Comcast blackout thing that happened or some shit.
Comcast was having issues this month.
Yeah, because it was happening in other games too. I was having bad lag. So I was trying to play and I was like teleporting around shit and it really sucked. And even when you reset the router, it didn't fix it for me. Yeah. So that really kind of fucking hindered it for me. But I came back and played on my own a couple times. I did the versus stuff, which I like to do. And that game solidified for me that Call of Duty World War II, pretty much done with that game because I went back playing this game. I was like, this is a better game. I still enjoy playing this more than the newest Call of Duty. And I like that game, but like, I just don't have as much fun with it. Like fucking Titanfall 2 is just awesome. It's really intense. Although it's funny to see that game now as opposed to when I first played it, because I thought it was a decent looking game before, and it still is a decent looking game, but like it definitely is older looking, or at least not as polished looking as like some of the newer games that have come out this year, because a lot of games this year have been really fucking good looking games. But that doesn't matter because the game is just really fun to play. It plays like fucking butter. It's so smooth.
Like butter.
Like fucking butter. Get in the fucking car with your fucking butter and your coffee.
God, up that acid.
But yeah, it was just weird because I was playing Call of Duty, which had server issues even up until recently.
God, still.
And I was like, I'm not going to play, so I'll play Titanfall 2. It's our game of the month. And I started playing Titanfall 2. I'm like, why the fuck am I playing Call of Duty World War II? This game is better. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was really fun. I was hoping you'd get a chance to try it. And I know you've been busy. You got a lot of shit going on. You got a lot of things coming up.
Yeah.
But it's just a solid ass game, and I really want people to buy it and play it because it just deserves the support. But we found out recently that EA said that there's another Titanfall game coming out soon. So obviously did good enough.
Well, down the pipeline for sure.
Down the pipeline, yeah. So obviously we're getting another Titanfall. So things worked out. So good job, everybody. But still deserves people getting their hands on it and going, you know what, these guys did a great job.
Just give it a good grope.
Yeah, just get your hands on that case and just
squeeze it a little.
That's a good case. That's a good game. I can feel
Thump it. Shake it around a little.
Yeah. Throw it like a frisbee. See how aerodynamic it is. Be like, ooh, that's a good game.
Like a cantaloupe, you gotta test it, see it's ripe.
That's a AAA game right there. I can hear it. Taste it, lick it.
Yeah, just get a little sniff.
Just like PSVR on Taste Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about as much as we got to say on that.
I don't know if are we grading it or okay.
Yeah, but let's recommend.
Okay, so yeah, anyone who's into first-person shooters, obviously competitive games, even co-op games because of the defense mode. If you like single-player games, the single player in this game is very well done.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You have emotional attachment to your character and BT, which is your mech. Let's see what else. I also think that anyone who used to enjoy playing Call of Duty, but have kind of like fallen out of it, and you want that feel of like where that went. This is where it went.
Yeah.
So I would play that. And then even people who might be a little turned off by competitive shooters, I'm like that as well. I enjoy playing this game, so give it a shot. You might like it.
I love competitive shooters, and I love this game. It's one of the best out there in recent time. And yeah, like you said, if you like first-person shooters at all, this is a must-have. If you like story-driven shit, this is worth playing. I remember on Reddit, people were going like, I don't even like competitive shooters. And I bought this because they put a single player, and it was worth it. I'm like, that's awesome to hear. That's cool because they worked on it, they listened to people, and they fucking did it. But yeah, I mean, at its core, though, it's just a really, really good first-person shooter. So if you're not into first-person shooters, you're probably not going to dig it. But I do definitely recommend you check it out because he's not really particularly into them either, and he liked it. So, and from what I'm hearing, people are digging it. So yeah, I recommend it to everybody though. But that's just my bias. I want this game to fucking do well. So I want Respawn to just fucking do awesome as a company and hopefully not get corrupted by EA putting shitty fucking loot boxes in the next one. Yeah, let's grade it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it an A.
Nice,
solid A. I don't think it's a perfect game, but I don't think many are. But I think for what it is, as a competitive first-person shooter, you get the whole package. You get a single-player game, you get a co-op game, you get a competitive game. It looks good. The voice acting is good. The attention to detail is just in the game. The only nitpicks I would ever have about this game are not worth knocking a grade down. So, like I mentioned earlier, I wish I had more opportunities to use my gun in the co-op mode, and I would like to see more modes added to it. And this is just first-person shooters in general. One thing that I think Call of Duty Ghosts did really well is they had a squads mode. I thought that was so cool, and I'd love to see that kind of like even just reinvented and put in other shooters. It gives a bot mode to play, and it also still adds a little bit of competitiveness to it, which is cool. So,
there's a cool community aspect to it. Like you could still play against people even if they weren't there, and it took ways people played when they played online or whatever against bots. So there's a competitive edge there for people who aren't competitive. It's a cool system. I'd actually like to see it on a lot of games for sure. I mean, if there's one thing the newer Infinity Ward has done right, it was that mode, and that's it. Everything else is fucking garbage. So, at least they did that, and apparently it didn't catch on. So that sucks because the one thing that they did was good. I kind of in the same boat with the slight nitpicks. One thing I really wish they would have done a little bit better. Because I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid does something that I think a lot of games don't do. It makes villains or enemies understandable, relatable, and when you kill them or defeat them, there's always this moment where you have this one-on-one with them and kind of have this mutual respect for each other and shit, which I always thought was really fucking cool. And Titanfall 2 did not do the many boss dudes that you fight and girls justice in getting to know why you're fighting them or anything like that. It didn't need to be Metal Gear Solid, but it was the exact opposite. You'd run into a person and be like, hey, fucking blah, 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 and you fucking kill them like, ah, and then be over. I'm like, okay, let's move forward. Because they all had really cool mechs. They're all really different looking, so it would have been cool to care about these people that you're fighting. I'm also going to give it a very, very, very strong, almost A+. I think it is one of the best first-person shooters of the modern consoles. It's great, plays really well. It improved in every single fucking way over the first game. Offers a lot. There's a lot of of things to unlock as you're playing in the multiplayer, and it's got free DLC, which is awesome. They're one of the first like AAA companies that started really pushing that, and it's just a really cool practice that I want to see more and more people doing. It shows appreciation to us, and it's just really fucking cool. But yeah, I love Titanfall. I love Titanfall 2. Easy to give it an A. I almost want to give it an A+, but that's pretty... I mean, I can't have nitpicks. I'd have to just fucking love it 100%,
Yeah.
which is reserved for only a couple games. So, yeah, A.
That's the third time now that's happened
Yep.
on the channel. So
Yeah, I want to go back and find all the ones that we all agreed on and just be like, fucking stamp of approval. Tasty Loot Gaming thinks this is a fucking F. This game's garbage.
that hasn't happened yet.
So eventually in the future on a game case, like Tasty Loot Gaming just have a fucking red F. Boom. They're selling their game. They're like, they hated it. But they're assholes, so fuck them. It's great.
For next month's Game of the Month, by the way, you own it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it was dirt cheap, so I sent it to you. So
Yeah, it was on sale for like $3.
$3
or some shit. Yeah.
during Black Friday. So I was like,
And it's a simplistic game, but I mean, it's fun. So I mean, like $3, fucking fuck it.
This whole time, listening to you guys talk about Titanfall, there's just been one phrase going through my head over and over and over again. This fist of mine is burning red. Shining fingers. It's a Gundam reference.
didn't watch a whole lot of Gundam. Yeah.
It's one of the weird ones where like they're in mechs that they can fight, and like the mechs mimic their fighting moves. I can't remember the name of it.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's the one that started getting popular right after Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Is it G Gundam?
Because
Because that's the
got
fight.
the brown-haired
it's
guy.
more
I
like
think
the
it is.
fighting tournament one. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
master guy.
That's supposed to be really good. I didn't watch that one. It was also supposed to be less dry.
Fucking
Yeah.
hated it.
I loved it.
I didn't watch it though.
That's all I could think
watched
of.
it.
This fist of mine is burning red.
There's actually a lot of those old mecha anime. We're going to anime discussion, so I'm going to
Dude,
cut it
it's
short.
Taste Cast.
But
We'll talk about movies. I don't give a shit.
I skipped a lot of mecha animes in like high school and
lot of them
just
are really
after
dry.
because it's really dry and it didn't click with me at the time. I think I'd like them now though.
Why couldn't they fucking? I mean, obviously, like the technology and shit after that actually like animate every cell or whatever would be difficult for like the fights or whatever. But like, why is there not like a crazy awesome like mech anime now that gives like good story and awesome fucking fight scenes?
Gurren Lagann.
That's not the same though. Like that's like a fucking. There's heart there or whatever because there's some fucked up shit that happens that I saw and I stopped watching it. But for the most part, it's satirical. It kind of has like this almost like Fooly Cooly vibe to it of like ridiculousness. So it does have fun action, but I don't watch it for that. I watch it for the characters and the adventure essentially. But like
It does build into something serious.
But like you can take something with like Gundam Wing nowadays and soon to be 2018 and fucking have all those badass looking mechs that everybody thought were fucking cool as shit looking and have some really cool space fights or in city fights or whatever with the technology they have now. I mean fucking One Punch Man fucking has crazy city destruction fight scenes that are dope, even though half the time it's just fucking and it's over, which is amazing. But do that with mechs, like fucking that'd be awesome.
I think the market was saturated in the late 80s, early 90s. So
Dude.
people are kind of like worn out of like there's still people who are like diehard
They still
followers.
make Gundam.
They still make it, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's like you have
Well,
to be
they've
like
been doing
really
this since
into
the
it.
70s though.
True.
I mean,
I think it's just the market has just been saturated, and that you're going to see a withdrawal like we're having now, and then it'll go back to it again.
yeah.
Yeah, the one I definitely want to go back and watch though because after watching both Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, I want to go back and watch Evangelion.
That's a good
people
one.
raved about it when it was airing,
Yeah.
and I just kind of avoided it. And after seeing, I know because some of those guys left and made the company that made those. The other two I mentioned, they were part of making that, so I want to go back and see that because I love the mines. So
Saw the movie, I liked it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I also need to watch Escaflowne. So
I watched the movie that too. That was also good.
fans of the series would disagree. I haven't seen the series, so
I never saw the series either. If it's better, cool. Fucking give it. I'll watch it at some point. I have a hard time trying to dive into anime because, I don't have that kind of time. I don't have 400 episodes in me of anything.
I somehow manage.
And a quick shout out. Watch Berserk if you haven't. It's amazing. It's the best anime ever made, and it's one of the best things ever made. I love Berserk.
Berserk is good.
I've rewatched it multiple times while playing Path of Exile.
I think for a new anime too, if someone's looking for something to watch, My Hero Academia is awesome. So
Welcome to the anime cast.
yeah, I watch a lot.
It's fine. I rounded out. I'm Asian. It works.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that,
Monster Hunter.
we got an Asian here.
It's true.
We're rounded up. Yeah, let's get into Monster Hunter. Try to do that, and then took a step back. We're going to be watching 2 videos from Monster Hunter, trying to catch up on all the stuff that's been released in the last couple weeks, and in preparation for the beta, which is coming out tomorrow. Arx Gaming has everything you need to know about the beta, times, preload, rewards, and more. So let's get into it with volume.
Will you get a sweet ad when we start this?
I will see.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Arx here. Welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video, and today I want to take a moment to go over all of the beta information since a recent Famitsu post and a tweet from the official Monster Hunter Twitter account gave us some details regarding the go live times for the beta, when we can preload it, what content we can expect
Such
to play,
a colorful
and
tale.
even what rewards we can earn
Ugh.
while playing. I
Put
covered
that
a lot
away.
of this on Twitter, but there were also a lot of follow-up questions, so for the avoidance of doubt, here is everything you need to know about the Monster Hunter World beta. If you do find this helpful, then a like would be super appreciated, and if you know anyone who still has beta-related questions, then be sure to send this video their way. First up, let's talk dates.
We got you covered,
Monster Hunter
homie.
World beta runs from December 9th
So short.
to December 12th.
So it's not Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
To the 13th, because
9,
time
10.
zones.
Or that's
well,
3 days.
Let's just focus on the Western times
Yeah,
for
so
now.
Monday.
December 9th to December 12th. During that period, the beta will be available to play on PS4, provided you have a PlayStation Plus membership. You do not
Got it.
need to have pre-ordered the game in order to play the beta. You do not need to have signed up on a website in order to play the beta. Provided you have a PS4 and a PlayStation Plus membership, then you will simply be able to download the beta from the PSN
And never
store.
delete it from my PS4.
Unfortunately, for those of you on Xbox One or PC, there is not a beta for you guys right now. It sucks, I know. Everybody should have a chance to play, but for whatever reason, it's PS4 only right now. As for times, the beta will go live on December 9th at 5 PM GMT for those of you in the UK, 9
it's
AM PST
9
3
for those of
p.m.
you
for
on
us?
the West Coast,
9
a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m.
EST if you are on the East Coast, and 6 PM CET for those of you in Europe. Anywhere else in the world, then just check it.
I'm not going to be up that early.
I am.
I might be.
And the beta will end at those same times on December 12th. So that gives you 3 days to play. But what about preloading? Yes, you will be able to preload the beta.
That's good.
The preload will go live on December 8th. It should be around midnight GMT, but the Famitsu article said that this is subject to change. So all I would say is just keep an eye on the PlayStation Store on the 8th of December. That's a Friday.
It'd be bullshit if it's like, alright, it's out, you gotta download it now. And then everyone's doing it at once and the servers just get
Kills
fucked.
the network.
Preload's live, I'll tweet that out. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date, I often tweet about Monster Hunter news and other stuff like that, then you can do so. Links are down below. As for storage space, the beta is going to be 5.1 gigabytes, so that is how much space you'll need if you want to download it.
It's actually pretty small.
Those are all the dates, times, and other related information. But what about the actual beta content? Well, thanks to some screenshots from Famitsu, we have a clearer picture as to the actual flow. You'll be able to play the beta, both single player and multiplayer. However, because of the demo, you won't be able to join someone in progress using the flare like you can in the full game. In the demo, or the beta, should I say, you'll need to join from the menu before you embark on your quest. You can also access the training room from the main menu should you want to test out the weapons first. And of course,
Cool.
all 14 weapon types will be available for you to try out. You can test them in the training room, pick whichever one you want to take in
That's
the
awesome.
quest, and also change your weapon when you are in the quest by visiting the base camp if you want to.
I love the
There'll be 3 quests
Palico.
available for you to play. The easy quest is the Great Jagras in the
Damn,
Ancient
fuck
Forest.
him up.
The
Yeah.
intermediate quest is Baroth in the Wildspire
Ooh.
Waste, and the hard quest is Anjanath back in the Ancient
That's cool. You get
Forest.
3 hunts to do.
Bear in mind,
Yeah.
other monsters are known to roam the
That's
maps
Monster
too,
Hunter, so they're gonna
while the
take a
quest
little
objectives
bit.
Are the monsters I just listed. Rathalos is known to roam the Ancient Forest, and Diablos, Juratalos, and even Rathian can be seen in the Wildspire Waste. So I'd be willing to bet they'll be around there too. So for those of you looking to make the most out of the beta, sometimes the quest objective won't be your main aim. That being said, if you do complete the quests, then you can also net yourself some sweet rewards. Clearing any of the 3 quests will net you this face paint for the full version of the game.
Dope.
When it launches on January 26th, you'll have this as an option
Looking like
during
Big
character
Boss.
creation. However, on top of that, completing the quests can also get you some useful items that again will transfer over to the full game.
That's cool.
These items are things like life powder, potions, shock traps, etc.
Okay,
Some items
okay.
that will be handy to have early on. For those of you unable to play the beta, those items aren't anything special. They are items that you can buy or make in-game. So it's literally just giving you a few things to get you started when you first start playing. But once they're used, they're gone. So really the only exclusive
It's
item
just like
is
prep.
the face paint.
Yeah.
So there's
For when you
nothing
start.
to worry about. Now, outside of that, just a few more things to cover. First up, while the full game can be played offline and online, for the purpose of the beta, it is online only, even if you're playing single player. So you will still need to be connected
That's
to
because
the
they're
internet.
going to be
Need that.
taking
In the beta, you
statistics.
Need
So
that
they want
info.
that data.
Yeah.
Presets, meaning you won't have access to the full character creator that's present in the full game.
Okay.
You'll also be able to name your character too. When playing multiplayer, you'll have the option to matchmake with people randomly, create your own room, join an existing room, or search for a room by ID. That's what these options are here. And finally, something you may or may not have seen already from some of the footage, but upon completing quests, you also now have post-quest stat screens that call out top performers in certain categories. Just a fun little extra thing. But that's pretty much it. That is
Yeah, we talked about it
everything you need to
before.
know
We had someone in the
about
comments
beta.
say they weren't too
When it
excited
goes
for that.
live, when you can preload it, what content it
don't see
contains,
too much
what
problem with
rewards
it.
you can earn, and
I think it's neat, but the problem is like I've played with friends or whatever who, when you're playing a cooperative game, when it starts becoming ways to show who did what best,
Oh, I'm gonna go all out and get the most damage, and
they start playing for that and starts becoming kind of competitive. In a game like this, I don't really like that. So,
Right.
because I don't want to be like, oh fuck, this person's gonna keep running in and trying to get as much fucking points as they can because they're trying to be at the end screen the guy who did the most damage. So,
right.
kind of adds like
all
a
about that
shitty,
EP, man.
shitty atmosphere to the game. But I like statistics. Even if the game's like you walked this many steps in the game, I like shit like that. So
Well, previous
if it's
Monster
like,
Hunter games have already given you that kind of stuff.
Sure. So like to make it in like this guy's the best or did the best of this or whatever. I like that information, but I'm a little worried on how people are gonna react to it, depending on who you play with. But that's just based off who you're playing with.
Right.
Pretty cool. Really good information there. It's cool to see that we're going to have 3 different missions. I like that they're easy, medium, and hard in difficulty. It'll be exciting to play. I like that things are going to be carrying over into the actual game, even if it's kind of insignificant shit. Still kind of a cool way to essentially get you into the game and playing it. And then when you get into the actual game, you kind of have some stuff that you kind of prepared yourself. So I think it's pretty neat. Also, as of this airing, make sure to download and preload that game because it's going to be up tomorrow. And yeah, I'm really excited to play it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you're gonna be a longsword user. Don't have to ask you.
I have no idea.
No idea.
No.
Nothing
I'm
you anticipate that might be most.
I'm still going to do the training room, try them all out.
Oh, I'm sure.
But,
I'm sure. But I know you're gonna longsword.
I always like to do daggers just because I like being able to be more agile in games.
Yeah.
But this is the first Monster Hunter in a long time that I've been interested in ranged weapons because the way the game plays now, it's a lot easier to like aim and do stuff like that. So and then plus they look a lot more interesting. So I'm definitely going to be looking into the ranged weapons quite a bit because it seems like a more viable thing now.
Bows
More
or bow
interesting.
guns or heavy bow guns.
Yep. Yeah, I like just the different ammo types and all that shit. So
You get more variety of ammo types with bow guns for sure.
yeah.
Much more. Yeah, I've always been partial to using bows. It's just the controls never been super friendly for it.
That's the thing is like on a handheld, like it's cool, it's in there, and like if you're playing a support, it typically is viable or whatever. But like now that I'll have like a full on analog or whatever, and be able to have all the systems in place in the game now to be able to move better and get around faster, it just seems so much more viable and I don't know, it seems really. It seems like it's gonna be really fun to do. So, what weapon are you anticipating to play?
Oh, the bow for sure.
Bow?
Regular
Yeah.
bow. Not. I've never been into bow guns. I like because the bow offers a good set of mobility with it as well. So I like the aspect of like archery, really, just being able to charge it. The longer you charge, the different types of arrows you shoot, which is really neat.
I'm sure Josh will use something huge.
Frank usually uses
Something meaty.
great swords for like almost every iteration, but then he used the bug glaive for a long time too.
Yeah, and the last one.
I'm interested in trying that one out again because I used it when it first came out, and I wanted to really like it, but it was okay. But I feel like I'm gonna really like it this time. So it would be a nice retry with that weapon.
Right.
See if I can get into it. Yeah. So next video is a video he did a little bit ago on all armor skills so far. So yeah, let's go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. And today,
Love that helmet.
I want to talk about armor skills. This is a question
Whee!
we got quite a few times from you guys in the comments with you wanted to know a little bit more about some of the new armor skills present on some of the gear. A few weeks back, I uploaded an armor video showing you guys all the low rank armor I encountered during my time.
Oh,
Damn.
Wow.
you would throw me off.
To cut out any sort of numerical data.
You thought you were
going
gonna
be- God. I used that weapon for a long time too.
Switch axe?
Yeah. No, that's the charge blade.
Oh, is it?
See, like that. That
Shotgun
dope. Just
ammo.
fucking-
For this, I've taken all the information gathered
Got
from both my
anti-air
time
gun,
playing
man.
at Gamescom earlier this year.
So what you get-
and
Dope.
Have you seen Dragon's Fire or Dragon's Breath ammo?
It should go without saying.
Turns your
that
gun
this
into a
is by no
flamethrower.
means The complete list of skills, not by a long shot. There will be plenty more that we have yet to encounter, but this is at least
Lightsaber.
a list of
Oh, the bug
everything
glaive.
we've seen thus
That
far.
looks
Yeah,
pretty
see, that
cool.
looks dope.
Yeah,
I
the
love that.
mobility of it.
Yep.
Whip World, then very briefly, armor skills are abilities
Yeah,
that are
I'm pretty
present
sure I'm
on
gonna use that.
individual pieces
Yeah?
of gear,
Yeah.
and by having them equipped,
Just be able to
provide
fly
you
around
with
like that is
certain
fucking
bonuses.
awesome.
These bonuses can range from things as simple as small attack or defense boosts to more granular things like boosting the effectiveness of an abnormal status effect.
And
like
nice Chris.
paralysis,
That's
poison,
me. 'Cause I'm
Socks.
never that close.
faster, climb levels, such as stamina, increase the amount of
I'm shooting you. I'm shooting you.
the list really
Don't
goes
look
on.
at me.
These skills will influence your gear choices as you progress
Yeah.
the game. And will build sets around certain skills, often to complement.
It's a
particular
piercing shot, I
weapons.
think.
But that's something I'll cover in greater
cool
detail
bow.
a little closer to launch. For the time being,
Piercing
let's
shots
just
are so
talk about
nice,
what we've
especially on
seen so
bigger
far.
monsters.
If
If
you
you can
enjoy
line
this,
it
then
up
I'd be super
from head to
appreciated.
tail,
And be sure
it
to
just
comment
hits
down
it
below and let me know if you guys have
all the
Yeah.
way
any
down.
questions. Starting at the top, we have your bog standard attack boost skill. This offers you an increase to your attack power, and when you get it up to the higher levels, you'll also get some bonus affinity thrown into the mix.
So
There are
crit.
7
Affinity is crit,
levels
for those
to
of you who
attack
don't know.
skill, and if you want a refresher on how the new skill system works compared to how it works in the past, then I will link the armor skills video I did after Gamescom down below. You then have Critical Eye, which increases your affinity, and again, there are 7 levels to this skill, with each
Yep.
level giving you a further percentage.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a, that's a
So for
you
those of you new
stat,
to
yeah.
Affinity
Really?
is
Yeah.
basically your chance to deal more or less
Well, fine
damage
then.
with a weapon attack. Positive affinity
Don't be
typically
pointing at me,
means your
that's
attacks
you.
have a chance to use 125
You're gonna be flying around like a
attack
maniac.
power,
Figured crit would be
while
good.
Negative affinity is a chance that some attacks will only do 7.
I mean, it's anybody who has a melee weapon, because if you
There's
have,
also a new skill called
it just helps you do
sliding,
extra
which
damage.
increases your affinity by an amount for a
Interesting.
short time after a slide. Slides
That's
being
cool.
those situations where you sprint down a declined surface and you begin sliding down it. From here,
Okay.
you can then go into a jump
That's kinda
attack
situational.
or a
Yeah,
draw
for sure.
attack. So gaining a temporary affinity boost following this could actually be quite useful if it then stacks on top of the other stuff you may have. This is also a 1-point skill, so it's binary, either on or off,
Okay.
no additional tiers to it. Water attack increases your water element attack power, and there are 3 levels for this, and then there's also equivalent skills for thunder, fire, ice, etc. There's also a poison attack skill,
Cool.
which increases the rate of poison buildup. This also
Ooh.
has 3 levels. Rather interestingly, it seems in World that abnormal statuses have been broken into individual skills as opposed to being lumped into one skill.
Okay,
there
because
is
it used to be
also
the
a
status
skill for
up.
paralysis attack, and while I haven't encountered it yet, I'd be willing to bet there's also one for sleep. You then have artillery, which strengthens explosive attacks like gun launch shells, wyvern's fire, charge blade fire attacks, and sticky ammo. This is a 3-level skill. Special ammo boost increases the power of bowgun special ammo. Those are the shots like the Gatling
Oh,
fire,
Dragon
sniper
Piercer.
shot of the mic
That's
placed
a
in the ground.
weapon you use on the
Plus,
map,
it also
certain
boosts
maps
the
that
power
like
of
has like
the
usually
bonus
like lances that
dragon
just
piercing
pierce
attack.
the giant
This is a
dragons.
2-level skill. Then moving on to a few more defensive skills, you have Defense Boost, which increases your defense, but at higher levels, it also improves your elemental resistances.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
There are
nice.
7 levels to
So
this
you
skill.
put that together.
You then have various resistances, an example
Streamlining.
being water resistance to increase your resistance to water-type attacks, but also at higher levels you get additional defense bonuses on top.
Oh wow!
This
So
is
you can
some
become like
levels, and
really
again,
tanky.
equivalents for thunder, fire, ice, etc. Additionally, there are also options for the abnormal status too. So again, things like poison resistance will grant you protection from the effects of poison, a 3-level skill, and the same applies for paralysis, stun, and I would imagine sleep. You then have Windproof to grant protection against wind pressure. This skill has 5 levels, and at the max, it will completely negate all wind effects, both big and small. Muck Resistance reduces your mobility impairments while stuck in monster muck, i.e. the stuff
a lot of
the
different
barrel
things to think about.
Gelasilos throws out. This is a single level skill. Evade Extender increases your evade distance.
That's a nice one
and
to
there are
have.
3 levels to this. Meanwhile, Evade Window extends the invulnerability
That's an even
period
better one,
whilst
though.
evading. And this one has 5 levels. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to test this one.
So
I can't
that's your
comment
iframes,
just yet
right?
on how
Yeah.
it works
Yeah.
with things like Evade Lancing, but that is something to look into at launch. Stealth is a skill that makes it easier for monsters to lose sight of you.
I'll be
and this
using
has
that
3
one.
levels. Constitution reduces your stamina depletion when performing
And
evade
that one
moves
for
such as
sure.
evading. This has 5 levels. Meanwhile, Marathon Runner slows down stamina depletion for actions which continually drain stamina. Things like
Oh,
sprinting.
maybe that one, because that's what
Stamina Thief
the bow
increases
does. Is you
certain
hold it, it
attacks' ability to
charges,
exhaust
it drains
monsters.
stamina
This has
slowly.
3 levels. Hunger Resistance reduces maximum stamina
Damn,
depletion.
there's a shitload
over
of
time.
these.
At
Yeah.
max level, it prevents the stamina cap from decreasing. In other words, while your stamina as a resource will go down, your actual stamina bar will stay fixed for the duration.
Okay.
Master Gatherer allows you to gather more quickly and also prevents attacks from knocking you back whilst gathering. This is a single level skill. Scoutfly range up expands your Scoutfly's detection range, useful for tracking monsters. Slinger capacity increases the loading capacity for slinger ammo obtained in the field, and at the max level, this increase also applies to the monster specific items that they drop when they flinch. If you guys haven't seen this, then there's an example of that in my Tobikadachi gameplay, but when you make a monster flinch, they can drop a special item, normally a red glowing item on the floor. You can load this into your slinger, and when it's fired, it will then cause the monster to flinch, making it a very useful item to have. Scent Hound increases your Scoutfly's gauge fill rate when you find tracks and other traces left by monsters. Barbecue Master improves your skill at cooking meat. Health Boost increases your health, quite simple. There are 3 levels, with each level giving you an additional
Better get
further
my apron.
increase. Slugger makes it easier to dizzy monsters.
That's good for
Horn Maestro
mace users.
increases the effective duration of hunting horn melodies.
Okay.
Entomologist decreases the chances of destroying the bodies of small insect monsters, allowing you to carve
That's
them,
nice.
which makes
That's
them very
nice. No more
useful
having to
for
carry
things
mass
like
amounts of
Vestoids
poison
or
Yeah.
Benares
gas.
and anything like that. Although, quick tip, if you guys don't have this, you can fire your slinger at those bugs instead, and that usually kills them without them getting destroyed. Quick Sheath speeds up your weapon sheathing. Honey
That's good for
Hunter
you.
increases
Yeah.
the quantity of honey you receive when gathering in the field. Aqua Expert improves mobility in water, and at the max level, it also prevents any slowdown and improves your evasion whilst in the water.
Water.
Speed Eating increases meat eating and
Goddamn
item
water.
consumption speed.
Turn to
Intimidator
Goku speed eating.
reduces the chances that small monsters will attack you after spotting you, and at the max level, it will just straight up prevent them from engaging you altogether.
Oh, nice.
Palico Rally powers up your Palicos, increasing their attack and defense. Fortify increase your attack and defense every time you fall in battle, up to 2 times. So if you're
that's
new
risky.
fighting a monster that you're unfamiliar with, and you're taking a beating, this will actually help you following a cart. Speed Crawler increases your movement speed whilst crouching. Stamina Surge speeds up your stamina recovery.
Nice.
Pro Transporter increases your speed while transporting items and decreases the likelihood of dropping them. Item Prolonger
I hear a
extends the
pro.
duration of some item
I've carried an
effects.
egg before.
Speed Sharpening speeds up weapon sharpening.
That's for you guys for sure.
Spore Puff Expert lets you recover health
Spore
when using
Puff?
Spore Puffs. Botanist increases the quantity of herbs or other consumable items you gather
Herbs.
with each additional level.
'Cause
giving
there's a
you one
fucking
extra
H in
item
it.
per gather.
Yeah.
Guard reduces knockback and stamina depletion when guarding.
Tank.
Focus increases the fill rate for weapons with gauges and the charge rate for weapons with
Oh,
charge
it's a
attacks.
charge blade. Yeah.
Jump Master prevents attacks from knocking you back during a jump. Mount Master makes it easier to mount monsters.
You probably want that one if you're gonna go bug
decreases stamina
glaive.
depletion when evading while clinging to walls or ivy. Recovery Up increases the amount recovered when restoring health.
There you go, one to have.
Recovery Speed speeds up the recovery for the temporary damage. Now that's the portion on your health bar that is red. Typically, whenever you take a hit, you will lose some health, but then the portion of that will be red. That is the portion that will typically regenerate over time. So this skill will then just speed up that process. And then finally, this one is a little different, and it's the only one that we've seen thus far, but this is a set bonus skill, only active if you have the required number of pieces equipped. In this case, it requires 3 pieces of Anjanath gear, and that will net you Anjanath power, which temporarily reduces stamina depletion when health is at 40% or lower. Since the Anjanath gear was the next tier of rarity I encountered when playing, I'd be willing to bet that from that point onwards, set bonuses will start showing up more frequently.
Oh,
Nice.
so there's gotta be
Stop
Yeah.
other ones.
and I wasn't able to see any further than that. So,
Yeah.
those are
Shoot that.
based
Shoot.
on all the footage I've
Shoot
recorded
him.
from games
Fuck
from
him up.
Japan,
Damn,
all
look
the
at that
armor
shot.
types
Get him.
in game so far. That is not, as mentioned, all the skills, not by a long shot, but it is what we have to work with right now. I appreciate you don't have any numerical
Shoot down his
values,
mouth.
but for the time being, at least you now have a broader
throwing
idea.
a
There you
Yeah.
go. Blowing him up.
I don't like fire.
In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time.
You are so welcome, Arts. All right, so there's a shitload of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always been a shitload of skills though.
Yeah, but that just seemed like a lot. And it's cool to see set bonuses. I'm excited to see the other ones of those.
Yeah, because I wonder if they're still gonna do the variation between ranged armor and melee armor. Because if you
Right,
play
they-
as a blade master and a gunner,
I remember they had light and heavies on all their armor sets. The game is so like packed, just full of stuff, and it's great that they already had a lot of that because all they really had to focus on was creating a PS4 game
Yeah.
version of it. So I don't know. We get our hands on it as of recording this in a week, as of you guys seeing this tomorrow. So awesome.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. Like we've been talking about it constantly for months, so to actually get to play the game is exciting. So I'm really excited to play.
Little tease a month before it comes out. So
Yeah. And I'm gonna attempt to stream it, of course, because I
same.
probably should. I've been talking about it for long enough. Let us know in the comments, though. You going to be playing this all weekend, probably, if you follow this channel. And, yeah, what are you hoping to play as? Obviously, you're going to be able to try out all the different weapon types, but which one are you vibing with the most? Let us know. But, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Tasty Cast. Is there anything else you guys want to say on that? All right. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check me out on Twitch at Sleep Division, all one word. Check him out on Twitch, Tasty_Fruit. If you miss our streams, they're uploaded to the channel. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until next episode, which will be next Tuesday for Tasty Tuesday, we'll be playing Monster Hunter all weekend. But yeah, when we see you on Tuesday, hopefully you had a good weekend and take it easy.